Does not exist. What a Roy cannot do does not exist. My name is Mrs. Emenike. I'm here to testify to the Lord, to thank the Lord for what He did for me and my family. How He delivered my daughter from sickness that started last 2 years. It all started in 2022 December. She came back from school because she was a boarder. She came back from school looking so pale, and I noticed a boil on her hand. We started visiting hospitals. By this time, the boil in her hand had escalated. The boil started coming out from her body, all over her body, her back, everywhere. So we started with a private hospital. Went to about 3 private hospitals. They couldn't diagnose what was wrong with her, and the thing was just getting worse. She was getting pale day by day, losing strength, losing blood. So from that December till January 2023. So the private hospital that we were at, where we were at first start, somebody came, my sister-in-law came there to see us. She now suggested that we should transfer her to Lupus, since they don't even know the name of the sickness or what they are treating. So we discussed with the doctor. That was how she was transferred to Lupus General Hospital, to Lupus. So the journey started 15th of December again at Lupus. We are at Lupus from January till February without knowing the particular thing we are treating. The doctors were confused. They don't even know. At first, they thought it was a skin disease, because all over her body, sore everywhere, no space in her body. All over her body, sore everywhere. You can't even hold her, you can't touch her. Once you hold her, her skin will peel off. We don't know what we had. They couldn't diagnose anything. And at this time, she can't breathe on her own. She was on oxygen. In fact, her health was deteriorating every day till February. So we did tests, both here in Nigeria. They would take a sample to India, to South Africa. After everything, they diagnosed lupus. They say it's lupus. Me, I've not heard of lupus before. I don't know what lupus, I don't know what it is. But even when they told me that it's lupus, I was happy. I said, at least the sickness has a name. And since the sickness have a name now, that it will go. Because I don't know what is lupus. I've not heard anything about it. I heard that it's a terminal disease that doesn't go. That was how we stayed in Lupus for 4 months. From that January till April, she was discharged. When she was discharged, she doesn't walk, she doesn't eat on her own, she can't walk on her own. So by then, people were just telling me that this sickness is not what hospital can do. That is what we can use we can use native, we can treat her in native way. That should take this girl to the village. Even when we are in the hospital, even nurses, some doctors were just advising me, take her to village, let them use our on her, because all her body, you can know that is I don't know how to say it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. A girl of 16 years. Oh, then she was 14. I was just telling God, I don't want to lose my daughter. She started losing blood again. I have to take her to hospital at East. It was the doctor, after the transfusion, the doctor advised me to bring her back to Lupus, because at this time, she was just complaining of her chest. Mommy, my chest is big. She cannot lie down, she cannot sleep, she cannot sit down, she cannot do anything. She was just getting swollen on daily basis. So that hospital that went at East, the doctor did X-ray on her chest because she was just complaining of her chest. She cannot breathe well. The doctor advised me to take her back to Lupus. So when I sent the X-ray, I called one of the doctors in Lupus and sent the X-ray result to her. The doctor said I should bring her back to Lupus under emergency. So we entered night Sienna. We had chartered Sienna nights from East to Lagos to Lupus. That was on 27th, last year, 27th December. So when we came to Lupus, they did their own test again, another X-ray, scan, everything. They now said she have fluid in her chest. They called it a pericardial effusion. Yes, that she have fluid on her chest. That she have to undergo surgery. By this time, her kidney, everything, I don't even know. They were just asking me, where did we take her to since? Why didn't you bring her since? Why did they allow her? I couldn't even open my mouth and tell her that I started using her go on her. As a mother, I was very, very confused. I don't know what to do. I was confused. So what I did was to go back to NSPP, because I used to hear testimonies. At that time, I asked myself, since God can do all these things that I'm hearing when they are testifying, my own or my daughter's own is nothing to him, that he will do it. That was when I went back. I started playing NS. I joined NSPPD. I was just begging God to have mercy on me, to have mercy on my daughter, that I don't want to lose my daughter. God, let Daddy mention my daughter's case. God, please let Daddy mention my daughter's case. That I believe that once he mentioned her case, that everything will be over. Because I used to see the other people's, and I have that faith that once he mentioned that case, that everything will be over. For 1 year, we have been walking up and down, spending money unnecessarily. Every morning, we will join the fire altar. Every morning we join the fire altar. Anytime he mentioned anything about autoimmune disease, I will claim it. Every time he mentioned till May 4th, on the 4th of May, he mentioned about lupus.
The Lord is taking away lupus. Let lupus disappear. Let lupus disappear. Let lupus disappear right now.
He claimed it. Then on the 8th again, 8th of January, I think, 8th of January, he mentioned it.
Lupus, lupus, lupus. If you are the one putting on the live stream, lupus, Akada, we announce, let it be reversed by fire.
That one where he said I was just shouting, yes, this is our case, this is my case, this is my daughter's case. He said we should write it down. I wrote it down. Yes, God. In fact, throughout that day we were very happy. I started calling my friends, say, God, my daughter is free. My daughter is free from anything. And true, from that day, my daughter started getting herself. Every 6 months, we do one test to check everything about the lupus or what. I don't even know what to call it, but they call it ESR, calcium, all those tests. Since that 2022, we have been doing this test. Every time we do the test will come out positive. They will tell us that the thing is still there, let her continue with our medications. The last test that we did, they came to the house to collect the sample. Before that day, I was just praying, telling God that if they will do this test again, that they will never see anything. That they will never, what they saw before, they will never see it again. On that day, they collected the sample. I put the anointing, the communion on her body. I gave her the communion. Before then, anytime she wants to bathe, we add communion to her bathing water. I give her communion on a daily basis every day. So that day that they want to collect the sample, I gave her communion. I rubbed the communion where they collected the sample. So we were praying. On every Wednesday, I will bring out the paper. I'll place it beside the device, as Daddy used to say. I'll be telling God they will do this test, they will never see anything again. To the glory of God, they did the test. And when the test came out, results concluded negative. Because others that we have been doing, they used to write positive there, but this last one was negative. So when I went to hospital with the results, I showed the doctor. I was so happy. I was dancing, praising God, praising God. As Daddy would say, how will you shout? We are just shouting that day. Until we went to hospital and showed the doctor. He looked at it, he said, yes, that everything is okay, that the result is negative. On the 30th of June, her period came out. Till today, she's seeing her period normal. Her body, everything just came out, everything. She's very fine, she's very okay now. Since September till now, we have not visited hospital. See by evidence, before she cannot stand, she cannot do anything on her own, but now she's healthy and happy. What God cannot do, does not exist.